that the United States title is around the waist of an American citizen that was born here. So, like I said, the belt has meant nothing since it came to the WWE. It meant something back in WCW. It means nothing now. Okay, another match. The Mr. Money in the Bank, Baron Corbin, who they can't find nothing for since winning the briefcase, takes on Shinsuke Nakamura. Another guy, and I'm going to catch heat for this, I think is very overrated. Every one of his matches is a photo carbon copy of the match before it. He doesn't do anything different. He doesn't wow me. I can care less if he was there or not. But, you know, all these fans who, you know, oh man, you had to see him in Japan, he's awesome, blah, 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 blah. You know what? Half the stuff that they do in Japan, Vince McMahon, Triple H, they're not going to allow them to do half the stuff they do in Japan. They just become another boring entertainer in the United States for the largest company in the world of wrestling. Who cares? 5-way elimination match to determine the number one contender for the SmackDown Live Women's Championship, currently being held by Naomi. It would be Charlotte Flair versus Becky Lynch versus Natalya versus Tamina for the 4,000th time. Throw in Lana. Okie dokie. Who should step up as the number one contender and lead this division, this women's division? Because Naomi, look, as long as it took her to get the title, there was a reason for that. She doesn't get the pop that a champion should, whether they're a heel or a face. Now, making her belt glow in the dark and turn colors is, again, WWE's cheap, gimmicky way to get the little kids to go, ooh, ah, wow. But those are the ones that don't pay tickets. It's the adults. Those are the ones you hear. Those are the ones that pay the tickets. Those are the ones that buy the merchandise for the little kids that now want a glow-in-the-dark belt. Who's going to win this? If Becky Lynch wins again and becomes a number one contender and loses again like she always does, pointless. Natalya, look, if you haven't put the belt on Natalya by now, you know, the elder statesman of the division, it's over and done with. Tamina, I would love to see Tamina get a push. I would love to see her become a number one contender. I would love to see her with the championship. She's a monster. But they can constantly use her in gimmicky garbage, make her come down as the bodyguard, the muscle of some little scrawny brat, usually Lana. Okay, or will it be Charlotte Flair, who will become just like Alexa Bliss and become the second one to win titles on both shows? Or will it be a surprise, the ultimate underdog in this whole thing, the most inexperienced of the group, despite having a career at NXT before getting hurt, it took her this long to get back in the ring, Lana. Would I like to see Lana? Yeah, I think Lana would be cool as a champion. I think she would be a good heel. Come down, bash America, be that Russian champ, that female Ivan Drago. That'd be great. But who knows? My pick, I would like to see Tamina win it. Who do I think's probably going to win it? Becky Lynch. Blech. Next match, flag match. Never seen one of these before. In a meaningless, absolutely meaningless match, John Cena, representing the United States of America, versus Rusev, the one representing Bulgaria. Haven't we seen this before? I don't know, this seems very familiar. Haven't we seen a John Cena-Rusev match before on a pay-per-view? Didn't somebody come down in a tank? Wasn't that WrestleMania? Are we really doing this again? Really? And it's a no-win situation for Rusev. If he wins the match, whoop-de-doo. We're going to go around waving your flag, saying you beat John Cena? There's lots of guys that say that. AJ Styles, Kevin Owens, Kurt Angle. There's many people that can go around saying they beat John Cena. But it's a no-win situation for Rusev. If he wins the match, whoop-de-doo. If he loses the match, he just got buried as soon as he came back. because that's what John Cena does. As AJ Styles said nicely a year ago, that's what kind of wrestler and person John Cena is. If John Cena doesn't like the outcome or the storyline, he'll just bury the guy and move on. And that guy has to suffer. So, who wins this match? What makes sense? I guess Rusev would make sense to win the match so we don't bury him as soon as he came back. But it's probably going to be John Cena because he came back on the 4th of July. So, anyway. The SmackDown Tag Team Championship on the line with the champions, the Usos, Jay and Jimmy, taking on the former champs, the longest tag team champions of all time, the New Day. Some combination of Big E, Kofi Kingston, and or Xavier Woods. Who is it going to be? Probably Big E and Kofi. Who's going to win? It's got to be the Usos. If you're going to put the championship back on New Day, I mean, they literally came back and immediately got pushed into the championship picture over all the other tag teams that are on SmackDown. That seems legit, but if you put the tag team titles on them, you can't have them lose them right away because then it makes their longest reign ever look like nonsense. So I have the Usos, which I'm assuming is going to be on the pre-show. The Perfect 10, Ty Dillinger, takes on Aiden English. Yeah, you heard that correctly. Ty Dillinger is taking on Aiden English, the former one half of the Vaudevillains, taking on Ty Dillinger. This match means Zippo. This match has zero meaning. I don't even know why these two guys are even on the pay-per-view. There's so many better people to use for this pay-per-view. There's more storylines going on other than that. I don't even know why this is even a match. So everybody drop everything and tune into the pre-show for Ty Dillinger versus Aiden English. Okay, your main event. The WWE Championship match, the title that is losing meaning more and more and more because they just keep pushing that Universal title to be more important. It'll be the champ, Jinder Mahal, probably accompanied by the Singh brothers, but at the moment they shouldn't have, quote-unquote, air quotes, any significant influence in this match against Randy Orton, because it's a Punjabi prison match, a multiple level steel cage that you have to get out of. So if you don't get out of the doors that open at one point, they stay open for 30 seconds and then the doors close and sealed shut forever. Then you got to climb out of the cage. Now you're on outside of the ring in between two cages. And the only way to get out of that one is to climb and go over that one as well. So Jinder Mahal retains. It makes no sense to have Jinder Mahal in his own match lose the title and to put the WWE Championship back on Randy Orton for the 14th time. Makes no sense. His title run means nothing, putting the belt back on him. So I have Jinder Mahal. Because as much as it makes me sick and I want to throw up, I think John Cena eventually is going to fight Jinder Mahal and win the WWE title for the 17th time so they can prance around and say, yay, he beat Ric Flair, even though Ric Flair is the 21-time champion. And if you don't believe me, use the internet, or watch Table for 3, the latest one featuring Ric Flair, where he says on the show that they keep lowering it so John Cena would catch up, but technically he's a 21-time world champion. So to you guys. So there's your matches, ladies and gentlemen. Ty Dillinger versus Aiden English, pre-show. The WWE Championship on the line in a Punjabi prison match. Jinder Mahal versus Randy Orton. I could care less about that pre-show, so I'm not even giving you a prediction. Jinder Mahal winning. I have the Usos defeating and retaining the titles against whatever two of the three New Day members, Big E, Kofi Kingston, or Xavier Woods. I have Rusev over John Cena in a flag match. I have Becky Lynch winning the fatal 5-way elimination match to determine the number one contender to Naomi's Women's SmackDown Championship. I have Baron Corbin has to win against Nakamura because he's the Money in the Bank holder, and you're going to bury the guy who's probably the next WWE champion at some point? Don't know. So I'm taking Baron Corbin. I have AJ Styles defeating and retaining the title against Kevin Owens, and I have Mike Kanellis defeating Sami Zayn because probably of Maria Kanellis' interference. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. There is your dynamic, unbelievable, I can't wait to see pressure cooking WWE Battleground that is on tonight on the WWE Network. So make sure you run to your TV, order some fast food and pizza and Chinese food and all that good stuff to your house, because tonight at 8 o'clock Eastern Time on the network, it'll be Battleground. Yes, Battleground. Correct. Okay, so enough of that. My commercials are longer than the pay-per-view review. But, yeah, let's do a commercial break. And when we come back, we're going to be joined by Al Snow. So let's get into that, and we'll be back in a couple of minutes. So sit back and relax.
The following announcement has been paid for by the New World Order.
Funkenstein Wrestling Superstore in the world-famous Englishtown Flea Market. Blue Building, booths 46 through 48. Check them out for all your wrestling memorabilia needs. They have figures, lucha masks, t-shirts, retro collectibles, DVDs, cards, and so much more. You can also pick up tickets to local indie wrestling promotions. That's right, you heard it here on the Damage 365 Radio Network. The Funkenstein Wrestling Superstore in the world-famous Englishtown Flea Market, Blue Building, booths 46, 47, and 48. Check them out on Facebook at facebook.com/Funkenstein Inc. for more information.
This is Eddie Edwards, one half of the Wolves, and you are listening to Damage 365 Radio, where the hunt is on.
Do you laugh so hard to other podcasts you're a danger on the road?
Granny shifting, not double clutching like you should.
Do you drive your friends crazy going on and on about said podcast?
You're an idiot.
Do you have trouble falling asleep at night?
For 6 months, I couldn't sleep.
If you've answered yes to one or all three of these questions, have no fear.
Here, at After the Credits, we have patented a formula of quasi-cogent opinion seasoned with shameless in-bickering to provide you with an experience that is both AAA safe and moderately amusing.
So join the dueling duo of Robert Kajowski and Norton every week for the latest in trailer and movie reviews, as well as the occasional TV talk. Because at After the Credits on Damage 365 Radio, we believe in four things.
Water's wet, the sky's blue, women have secrets.
And that listening to our show will guarantee that your insurance premiums will plummet.
Neither Robert nor Norton can legally ensure a smooth experience on the road. Some drivers are chess monsters. Additionally, neither After the Credits nor Damage 365 Radio can legally guarantee any insurance premiums will go down. After the Credits, however, can be heard on the iHeartRadio app available through Google Play and iTunes.
This is Lanny Poffo, formerly the genius full of glory and renown. You are listening to Damage 365 Radio.
Esposito's Pizza and Pasta. Check us out on one of our fine locations, 930 Route 34 in Matawan, New Jersey, or 233 East Main Street in Manasquan, New Jersey. From pizza and salads to pasta and buffalo wings, we have something to suit